The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. Taking it about the 1. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Bengal offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. He'll look to throw. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And it is good. That cuts the lead now to 11, 24-13 our score. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, In this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. Third down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the first down.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Fielded just inside the 20. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Ready to go on offense. Out come the Bengals. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you know, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think, at any moment, I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. And maybe shades of the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. Pitch and catch here to Cook. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Back to throw again.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Down the sideline he goes.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
So that potentially a turning point here this 3rd quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick 6.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense. Delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. Rolling to his right. And he'll get in for the 2 points. And that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call. And he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion. And now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And able to get this out to the 25.
The Bengals getting set to go. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
One back in the backfield, and the ball is knocked out.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. I'm guessing you wouldn't have minded being a fly on the wall at halftime because they were struggling in that first half. Down double digits. Now they're right back in this thing. So whatever was said apparently worked.
And let's make sure if we're going to be a fly on the wall that we're high up on the wall, because I know I always talk about it being clinical at the half, you know, less emotion, more execution. But every now and then, this is an emotional game.
Sure.
Someone's got to come in and stir some things up, and I wouldn't be surprised if maybe a few benches got overturned and the halftime water ended up hitting the floor.
Well, whatever happened, it's working right now. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now a play fake here on first down. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on third down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Throwing on third and long. Clinton. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's fourth down. Now a field goal forthcoming for the Steelers. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will tie us at 24 all.
So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. Goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
Cincinnati set to take over once again.
And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief there when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. The throw to the middle taken in. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Pitch and catch here to Cook. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
65 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll drop to throw. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
And we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's who you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll look to throw again. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field.
And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Bengals grab it. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room, or they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave them a comfortable lead.
Now the try here for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a two-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
They'll start on the ground here on first down.
Up past the 30, second down coming up.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
The Steelers send out their punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return, and out will come the offense as they take over. They'll start this drive out on the ground, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Pitch and catch here to Cook. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. They'll start with the option.
And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Clinton. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 37 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Clinton. And his throw is incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Now a 2nd and 10.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. To throw on third down, Clinton. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
And this one is right through. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead. And thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
They'll look to throw here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Here's a give up the middle. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
Off the bootleg, Clinton. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Bottom line, 2-yard gain's just not going to cut it in this situation. You've got to move the ball downfield in order to have a chance.
Defense will give him that the rest of the way. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it. Well, the defense circling now. 4th down and 7.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
On 1st and goal, they'll try the option left. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. It's their quarterback. A 4-yard touchdown scamper.
And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we got a tie game here in the 4th.
Well, this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. It's complete to Cook. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So on is their kicker, and it's down to this. This a long one from 54. And his kick is indeed good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year. But he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us, because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So for the Bengals, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.